Have you heard of Mesa, Arizona, and been asking yourself if it's a good place for you to come live? Have you been wondering what the real estate market looks like in Mesa, Arizona? Well, you're in the right spot to get all of your questions answered. Before we start talking about Mesa, Arizona, I have to apologize. On this channel, I said that I would post a new video every week, and I didn't post a video last week. So I apologize. If you are counting on me posting a video last week, if you are sitting by your computer waiting for that email or that post to come, the video to be put up, and it wasn't there, and your whole week was ruined, you were disappointed, I'm sorry about that. Did you know that Mesa, Arizona is the third largest city in Arizona after Phoenix and Tucson? It's part of the greater Phoenix metropolitan area, and it's located in the southeast portion of the valley. Let's get a few key points about Mesa, and then let's talk about the real estate market. Mesa's history goes back over 2,000 years when the Hohokam people settled into this area. They created the original canal system, which helps make the desert land a little bit less dry, I guess so, or arable. The modern city of Mesa began in the late 19th century with the arrival of Mormon pioneers. Historically, Mesa's economy has been mostly agricultural, but modern Mesa has much more diversified economy, including education, aerospace, healthcare, and tourism sectors. Mesa is home to several institutions of higher learning, including branches of the Arizona State University and of the Mesa Community College. There's a couple different key cultural attractions to mention. The Mesa Art Center. It's a really beautiful, modern, contemporary complex that offers theater performances, art exhibitions, and lots of educational art programs as well. There's also the Arizona Museum of Natural History, and that showcases the natural and cultural history of the southwestern United States. Of course, we have our Mesa Historical Museum, which documents and displays a lot of the city's history. And then we also have our Commemorative Air Force Museum, which is dedicated to preserving and showing historical aircraft. Mesa also offers numerous parks with facilities for sports, picnicking, and playgrounds. The city's proximity to the Superstition Mountains and the Salt River makes it a gateway for hiking, camping, boating, and other outdoor activities. As of the last census, Mesa had a population of approximately 500,000 people, making it one of the largest suburban cities in the United States. The population is pretty diverse, but a significant percentage of its residents have Mormon heritage due to the city's origins. Like the rest of the Phoenix metropolitan area, Mesa has a desert climate, which means very hot summers and mild winters. Mesa offers a bit of everything for everyone. Okay, so let's get into talking about the Mesa home real estate market. So this is what the Cromford Market Index. And we utilize this quite a bit when we're talking about industry changes from month to month. We can compare this from years past and give an idea of where a community falls in a seller's market, a balanced market, or a buyer's market. So we're talking about Mesa today. This was the most recent one, which was on October 5th. But we're talking about Mesa today, and as you can see, that Mesa is still considered in a seller's market. And you're going to say, Shelly, how do you know that? Just from looking at that number, 161.3. Well, the Cromford Market Index uses a bell curve. And so anything from below 90 is considered a buyer's market, and anything above 110 is considered a seller's market. Would I say it's a really strong seller's market? No, I wouldn't say that, but it still is considered a seller's market. You go down here and look at Maricopa, Goodyear. These are considered buyer's markets right now. And then of course, Queen Creek is teetering on the edge of going into a buyer's market. And Buckeye is considered our only, well, Buckeye and Queen Creek are considered our only communities of the 17 that are looked at in this for the Cromford Market Index. Buckeye and Queen Creek are the only ones that are in a balanced market. So anything from 90 to 110 is considered balanced. Anything above 110, so going all the way up here from Surprise to Chandler, are considered seller's market. But as you note, we've had negative change in that Cromford Market Index from last month to this month, meaning that what it kind of shows is that it's less favorable for sellers. So some of the power is kind of moving away from them and moving towards buyers. So this means sellers have to be considering concessions if they, doing repairs, whatever that might mean for the buyer, or whatever the buyer might request. And so it just gives a different perspective on what is happening in the market. But Mesa down 16% from the previous month of a change, but still considered itself in a seller's market. Okay. So what I did is I did a quick search to show what has sold in Mesa in the last 30 days. So I just ran a quick search to single family homes are the only ones that I picked. So out of the total listings that we have right now, which we have over 600 single family homes listed for sale in Mesa, not coming soon, not under contract, only properties that are active on the market for sale, is just over 600. Last month, in the last 30 days, we've had 308 closings. It gives you an idea of where they all are. You see a lot clustered over here in the southeast corner. What's important to note is that we have a ton of new builds that take place or that happen in this area. We're having a lot of building out here in the eastern part of the East Valley. And so that can contribute to all of those homes that are currently listed, that have closed in a kind of clustered or consolidated area. So we can come in here a little bit. And so this is where it dips down into Eastmark, Cadence. Again, a lot of new builds and new construction that's happening over there. Okay, so now let's take a dive into looking at what is currently on the market right now. So these are homes that are listed for sale, single family dwellings that are, like I said, listed for sale. These can be in adult only communities, or these can be family communities as well, but single family homes. What we have is an offlier here that somebody mistakenly listed the property as a single family detached, but as we see, this is a manufactured home, and so it is not considered single family, so it shouldn't be here. So just please disregard that 53,000 and look at this at the 280 as the base point here. But again, also I want to kind of show, again, we get some clustering over here in the southeast part of Mesa. And again, that goes from new builds that are on there. So there might be new builds that have just been completed, or, we've just had a lot of building in these areas. So there's a lot more homes that could be sold in those areas. But this just gives you an idea of the map of Mesa as well, in comparison to Scottsdale, Tempe, Chandler, Gilbert, Apache Junction. Down here is Queen Creek. Here's Phoenix. And here's the Phoenix Mesa Gateway Airport, which is always knowing where the airport is nice if you're considering moving in from out of state.